Hi Aries, and welcome to your July 2020 love reading. I'm going to get straight into it, but I just wanted to thank those of you who watched the June videos. It's really great to have you on board, and especially those of you who subscribed. I really thank you for that, because it is a new channel, and so I'm trying to sort of gain the momentum and get things really started, so I can reach as many of you as possible with the messages that Spirit want to give. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy the video, if you take a moment to actually subscribe and click the notification bell. I'm going to be doing some more love readings during the month. I'm moving into twin flame and soulmate energies, as well as doing the horoscope reads. But also the work and career reading will be out this week. So I've got a lot of work to do in the next few days, but I'd really appreciate it if you are able to leave some comments, give me some feedback, because I really like to know that I'm on the right track for all of you. So yeah, with that, let's get started. This is your July love reading. I want to make it clear at the beginning that, the cards aren't gender specific. You will hear me referring to them as he or she. But if I feel it's a female energy, I will let you know, or male energy, I will let you know. But all of us have male and female energy within, so it could be either way, and only you will know what resonates with your situation. If this reading doesn't resonate with you for whatever reason, then it just clearly wasn't meant for you today. Okay, so let's get started, Aries, and off we go. Spirit, what messages do you have, please, for Aries over the next month, for the month of July, for their love life, please? Check the camera. So we have surrender to the divine. We have adjustments are required. Oops, and again, please, Spirit. A new start is coming, Aries. Exciting times. And again. One more, please, Spirit. One more. What else for Aries? What else for Aries, please? Again, please, Spirit. Sorry. Here we go. Believe in the impossible. I love that card. I love this deck of cards, the Moonology cards they're called. And yeah, I love them. There's something really exciting about them. So firstly, and I'm going to be laying a lot of cards today, so these are just like overarching energies to lead the reading. So let's get started. I'm going to push them up a little bit. We started with surrender to the divine. Aries, if there's something that you're struggling with in terms of love, if you're in a relationship, obviously, and you've been feeling things have been a bit testy recently, a bit tetchy, there's maybe little arguments going on, etc., then, Spirit are asking you to just move beyond it. Surrender that to the divine. So they're asking you to ask for guidance, ask for assistance. You've started that process by coming here today, but they're asking you to talk to them directly. They're asking you to ask for their assistance. Basically, Spirit are always around us. Angels are always around us. They always want to assist us in our journey, but they're unable to do so unless we give them permission. So you all have free will, and they're not allowed, or they don't choose to, interfere with your free will, but they assist you along your journey. Okay, so some people will say, well, how come such terrible things happen in the world? Why haven't Spirit made sure that doesn't happen to me? Why did they put me through this? We all go through a series of lessons while we're on Earth, and we all have lessons to learn which will make our soul expand and develop. And, some of it doesn't make sense to us as humans. We say, well, why would we go through such hurt, such pain, such hardship? But you know, we always come out of the other side of those things stronger. And, you know, even if we don't feel stronger when we come out the other side, there are always lessons to be learned. But they're asking you, if you have a situation at the moment in your love life that you want some guidance with, some help with, or you're just fed up dealing with it, Aries, you know, maybe you've lost patience with this situation, then ask the divine for help. And when we say the divine, that's whoever you feel comfortable talking to, whether that be spirit, whether that be, you know, past relatives, whether that be the angels, whether that be the universe, whether that be God. You know, whoever you feel comfortable speaking to, you know, ask for assistance. There's no shame in asking for it. And they're saying, you know, they're willing, on standby to help you. So, you know, if you're single and you're thinking, do you know, I'm never going to find somebody, then ask for assistance. If you're in a separated relationship, ask for assistance. They cannot help you unless you ask. Okay? So what they're saying is that there may be some adjustments to make in order for you to move forward. Now, obviously, you know, we'll learn more about what the adjustments are as we go through the reading. I'm going to lay a lot of cards today. I'm going to lay quite a few oracle, but we'll also be using the tarot to look at the detail of this situation. So, you know, there may just be things that you need to change slightly in order to get the outcome that you would like, in order to meet your needs, you know. And maybe this is why they're saying, look, give it to us. We can help you with this situation. We can help you make those adjustments. So, you know, that's the way to move forward, because you have a new start coming. Now, you know, what's lovely about this is that in July, there have been, you know, the other readings that I've done, this card has come up multiple times. You know, I think the world is changing. We don't know whether it's changing for the better or worse at the moment, because we're going through really quite strange times. But a new start is definitely coming for you, Aries. And that is starting in the month of July. So this is what we're working towards with these adjustments. Oh, I have glitter. Oh, I just found glitter on my hand. How bizarre. Don't know where that's come from. And, you know, it may be that you've been struggling with something, but you don't know how to find the way forward, which is why they're wanting to help you. You know, this new start is coming, and you may think it's never going to work out. You know, if you're separated from a partner, you may think, you know, I'm never going to move forward. You know, I'm never going to find someone who is like them, or, you know, that person's never going to come back to me. If you're single, you may think, oh, you know, I'm never going to find the person who's right for me. And if you're in a relationship and things are tricky, you know, you may think, well, how are we going to sort this situation out? But this new start is coming. Now, you know, if you're in a relationship, that may be that you've decided that actually it's time for you to move on. And it will be about your decision, Aries. No one's going to dictate that for you. It could also be your partner's decision, obviously, but it feels like a new start is coming. New starts can also be new starts within your relationship. Again, we'll get more of an idea who we're talking about as we go through the reading. But whatever you thought was impossible to work out, they're asking you to have belief, you know? Believe in the impossible, because, you know, you have spiritual backing. Anything is possible. I'm going to move those maybe slightly out of camera shot, but I want to lay quite a few cards today. Okay, I'm going to move on to some oracle cards. So, Spirit, what else can you tell Aries, please, for the month of July, their love life? Okay, we have the turn back card. Sorry, I'll show you that. We have the turn back card. What they're asking you to do here is to move forward from the past. You know, although it says turn back, they're asking you to learn lessons from previous experiences. okay? And you may be struggling with that. You may be sort of overplaying what's gone on before. You may be looking at previous relationships. You may be thinking, you know, I've tried meeting people, I'm never meeting people. And they're saying, you know, learn from the experiences there. This is where the adjustments come in. It may be time, Aries, to make a few changes along the way. You know? But learn from past experiences. They don't want you physically to go back to old behaviours because they want these adjustments to be made. But they want you to learn from previous experiences. And if you're struggling with that, that is why they're asking you to approach them and ask for help. Because Spirit are always there ready to help you. Right, so let's look at the adjustments. Take no offence. Yeah, I mean, you may think, Aries, I don't know why I'm laughing there, but it just made me smile. You may think that, you know, you've got no lessons to learn from the past, Aries. You may think, well, actually, you know, I made the decisions that were right for me, and, you know, I moved forward, and what do they mean? You know, everything's fine. You know, you may be feeling quite proud, quite sort of strong in your position, but as we can see here, this is a chariot picture. Things are moving forward, you know, and in order for you to move forward, you see this guy standing here thinking about it. In order for things to move forward, these adjustments are needed, okay? As I say, we'll get more detail about that. This is why they, as we read, I always get halfway through a sentence and don't finish it, so I have to keep going back. Apologies, Aries. But yeah, I mean, they're asking you to learn from lessons from the past, you know, to, you know, don't take offence that they're saying there may be some changes. There may be very subtle changes, you know. It may be if you're single that you're just mixing with the wrong people or going to the wrong places, you know, in order to try and meet people. If you're in a relationship, it may just be that patterns of behaviour for both of you are repeating themselves, and therefore it's not helping you move forward. You're staying stuck, and that's why they're asking you to make those adjustments. If you're separated, it may just be that, you know, maybe you're the person who has been not emotionally available, perhaps, Aries, to your partner if they've approached you, or it may be that you're the one that has, you know, pursued your partner because you want them back, and that hasn't been working for you. These are the subtle adjustments that may well be what are needed here. So let's see about this new start. New start, please, Spirit. What's this for Aries? Yeah, they really want you to invest in yourself, because the feeling is, Aries, that your inner needs haven't been met. It feels like the relationships you've had have been quite transient. You know, it feels like you've, I don't mean you've had sort of tons of casual relationships, although you may have done if that was your choice, but it kind of feels like you've not had that relationship yet that meets you the needs of your soul. And they're saying this is the time to really look within and to do things that make you feel good and to make yourself feel whole, to you know, love yourself. And I know that phrase is bandied around a lot, you know. I mean, I remember when people were reading for me, as they still do, frankly, you know, we all read for each other, but I remember being told that for years and years and years, you know, you can't let this love in until you've learned how to love yourself. And I thought, oh, for goodness sake, I'll feel better when they're with me, you know. But in actual fact, you know, here we are several years on, and they were so right. They were so right. You know, we need to feel whole within ourselves, and we need to feel happy within ourselves. But this new start is coming, but it will be helped by you looking at what your needs are, looking at what you want from a relationship, but also looking at how you can fulfill your own needs. so that when you enter a new relationship or you make the adjustments within your existing relationship, you'll be feeling much more complete. You won't be feeling... They've just said the word needy. I hesitate to use that for you, Aries, but yeah, maybe there's an element of you that feels, you know, that you need to be in a relationship, and they're saying, look, yes, you know, a new start is coming, but, you know, look at this small tree here. In fact, look, we start from a twig and we grow into a larger tree, which is blossoming, you know. So they're saying, take the time. If you're feeling like the twig, you know, stay with me here. But if you're feeling like the twig, or you're feeling like this small sort of sapling, is that the word? Sapling? Yeah, I think so. You know, then you need to provide your own sunshine and water in order to blossom. Then you will attract the person who is right to meet your inner needs. Okay. I spent a lot of time on that card, but it's actually quite important, Aries. Yeah, because they're saying you deserve the best, Aries, the absolute best. So give yourself the best, invest in yourself, you know, and whatever your relationship status is, they want you to believe in the impossible because you deserve the best, you know. They're working with you. They're ready to help you here, Aries. You just need to ask for that spiritual guidance and assistance, and they can move mountains for you, trust me. You know, if they feel it's in your highest good, they will work alongside you for it to happen. They may not take you the path you expect, and they may not take you the easy path, but they will take you to the place that is best for you. Okay. So yeah, give yourself the best. Wow. Do you know what, Aries? This is significant because normally, and I don't think you can see the card decks. I have card decks all around the edge of my table, and I always put them face down, always. But every now and then during a reading, I put a deck down and without thinking, I put it the other way up. And that's a sign to me that Spirit want me to read the bottom card. And the bottom card we have here is Start Anew. So this is the time, Aries, for you to reinvent yourself. You know, even if you're in a relationship already and your relationship's okay, it's just maybe had a few challenges recently. You know, this is time for you to be you, to invest in yourself, to actually help yourself to feel better. You know, raise your self-esteem, your, you know, levels of confidence by, you know, just feeling good about yourself and doing things that help you to feel good about yourself. So, you know, we have this Start Anew card. If you're in a separated relationship, you know, you deserve the best. So if the person you're separated from wasn't treating you in the best way, know that you deserve better, Aries. But also, you know, if you love this person and you can't imagine life without them, you know, there may be an opportunity here for you to start anew. Again, we'll know when we look at more detail. We'll get a feeling about whether this is someone who's returning or whether this is someone brand new. But you will know what resonates with you. So please take what you will from the readings. Spirit have just said to me that they want me to use a spiritual message card. They've only done this twice in all the other readings. I don't normally use these cards because they tend to be they have quite a lot of words, and I don't tend to like cards where I have to read out lots of words. But they're saying to me there's a message for you here. So I'm just going to pull one of the spiritual messages. Now these are messages direct from Spirit to you, Aries, regarding this situation. And let's see what they bring, because this must be significant for you. Yeah, gosh. Receive. Yeah, there's two. I was only going to pull one. They've asked me to pull two. Well, they gave me two. They didn't ask me to pull two. And how appropriate is this? So the first one they gave us was receive. I'm going to read it to you because it's in white and very often that doesn't show up so well on camera. So it says, you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to generously receive. Sorry, I said generously receive because I was thinking about this card. Time to invest in yourself, Aries, you know. Self-love is so important here. It says, just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. You know, relationships get stifled if only one of you is giving or only one of you is receiving. So, you know, there's a clear message there that this is time for you to learn how to generously receive, it says. So be open. You deserve the best. So if someone isn't in your relationship putting in the effort, then it's time for you to make some changes, you know, and as a result they may well start making more effort, or you may think, do you know what, I deserve better, because you do deserve the best, as we said. But the other card they threw out was just ask, which again is very timely. I'm going to read this before I go off on a tangent. It says, there are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. Wow. Didn't they start off this reading by saying, surrender to the divine? And didn't I talk at length about asking for help from the divine? You know, it may be, Aries, that you are simply just talking to a past loved one, you know? You may just say, you know, if it's a parent or a friend, you know, call them by name and say, you know, please, please help me with this, you know? Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to let them know how you would like this to be. And they will assist you as long as it's in for your greatest good, because they can see beyond. They can see beyond what we can see. So if they see this not being good for you, then they may take you on a slightly different path. But more times than not, they will trust your judgment, your free will, and they will say, do you know what? If that's the path that my relative wants to go on, you know, then there's obviously lessons on that path that they want to learn. Let's take them down it, you know. So again, they're saying, please just ask us to help you here with whatever this situation is. Even if it's something small that's just getting in the way from you moving forward, Aries, you know, don't be afraid to ask for their help. I'm going to put both those cards over here. You can't actually see them on camera, but I'm going to put them on there at that side because that's very relevant for that side. Right, let's get back to looking at the detail of your love life. I'm going to go for these oracle next. I never know which deck I'm going to be using when I start. I like to start with the numerology for these readings, but Spirit will tell me if they don't feel that's right. They've just thrown out the Universe card, so, you know, basically this is similar to the World card in Tarot, which means that, you know, the effort you put in now will be rewarded. It's like the world is at your feet. That's the phrase that always comes to mind when I see this particular card. So, you know, wherever you put your attention at the moment, Aries, you're going to have a good outcome. Okay, so that is lovely. So yeah, again, they're asking you to be open to receiving love, and, you know, there will be a good outcome if you do. I'm going to actually reshuffle. Spirit, can we focus please on Aries and July? patience and planning. Yeah, so these adjustments that they were asking you to make, bear in mind I read the cards across and down. The adjustments that they are asking you to make, they're saying to you you need to do those in order to move forward. So this self-love is very important. You know, these are the adjustments they're talking about, and they're asking you to be patient with yourself. You know, plan what you want from your love life. Plan what you want in your partnership. You know, plan with your partner how you want things to be going forward. You know, and do some inner searching, Aries, in order to move it forward in July. You may need to be a bit patient for those changes to occur, but we have this new start coming. So it's worth all the effort that you put in at the moment. Let's see, what is this new start, please, Spirit? What is this new start for Aries? We have two. Which one do you want? We want both. Okay. Okay, we have the Crown Chakra card. This is about your intuition. This is about your inner knowing. This is about, again, spiritual guidance. Things, you know, you're just intuitively knowing about things. So you may get a feeling, Aries, that this new start is coming up, you know. You may have felt it deep inside, but you may be uncertain because you don't know what it is. So they're saying, you know, again, prepare, do some preparation, you know, talk to your inner self and ask what it is that we need to do in order to move forward, because they know that you have this inner knowledge. You're going to know which way feels right for you. There may be some obstacles and challenges along the way. You may feel that this is an impossible task, that whatever you want from this relationship, you know, meeting the man of your dreams or reuniting with the person, I said man then, it can be a woman as well, but it, you know, reuniting with somebody or, you know, moving on from somebody. You know, yes, there may be obstacles and challenges along the path, and yes, the changes may not be easy, but they're asking you to believe in the impossible, because we know that things are going to look a lot brighter for you here, Aries, because you do deserve the best and you are starting anew. Let's see, what else can you tell us about the impossible, please, and starting a new, Spirit? Yeah, you're moving towards, they're giving me two cards out of this pack all the time. In fact, this time they're giving me, seriously, you want four? Okay. They've given me four. I wouldn't normally take four at the end because I'm pulling a lot of cards, but you're moving towards material and spiritual prosperity. And I think this is about, because we're doing a love reading, I like to focus on the spiritual prosperity here. This is really about you having this faith, working on yourself, Aries, and knowing that this is going to be a fresh start, and actually developing that self-belief where you know that you deserve the very best. I love those cards. They're full of energy, you know. And so, you know, your inner self is going to be feeling so much better during the month of July if you make these adjustments and you do this. Inner work always sounds quite sort of, I don't know, it's almost like there's a heaviness to it. No, these are just adjustments, remember. And I like the word adjustments because it can be, you know, subtle or it can be big. It's up to you. They're your adjustments to make. These are just guidance messages from Spirit that are saying, you know, focus on you because this new start is coming, you know. You are going to feel a lot more fulfilled. And what I love about this card is that everything's in twos. So we have identical patterns here. We have identical fountains. We have trees in sets of twos. Very much about partnerships, and the other card they threw up with it was the partnership and alliance card. There may well be someone helping you work through, you know, this I don't want to say situation, because I don't get the feeling there's major problems or anything for you, Aries, but I get the feeling that there's just these, as I say, these little adjustments to make. And, you know, this may be your partner, could be a friend. I tend to feel in this context that it could be a friend that's just helping you adjust, helping to raise your self-esteem. And there will be times when you're stressing. There will be times when you're questioning, you know, your relationship during July. There may be times when they've just said to me impatient. There may be times when you're feeling impatient, which is why they gave us the patience and planning card earlier, probably, you know. There may be times when you're getting frustrated because you just want things to happen in the here and now. But in actual fact, you know, no need to worry, Aries, because we have a fulfillment of wish card here. Okay? So whatever it is you're aiming for in your relationship, you can reach this stage because we have this fulfillment of wishes card. There will be obstacles and challenges, and there are these adjustments to make, as we've said, but a lot of positivity. Normally at this stage I'd use the tarot, but I'm being guided to pull more oracle cards. So let's see. Let's see if we can find out more about the status of the relationship. This is focusing very much on you preparing for things to change in your relationship, but they are showing us this new start. And, you know, something that you thought was unachievable is now becoming achievable in July. So you are going to get some sort of indication of changes in this relationship in a positive way. So let's see. Time for a nap. Again, they're talking about self-care. They're talking about taking some time out to just reflect, maybe. You know, they don't want you focusing on the past, but, you know, they want you to learn lessons from the past. So they're saying, you know, just take some time out to consider how you want things to move forward. Oh, we have the card of milk and honey, which is a beautiful card. You know, it's a card very much about, you know, things going in the way that you want them to, things that you're dreaming of, you know, suddenly become, I don't know about suddenly actually, but, you know, they actually become really, really good. You know, you'll feel abundant, you'll feel that things are good, you will feel that, you know, things are just as you want them. And again, that's why you're planning this, you're being patient for it, but there is going to be a really good outcome here. Let's see what these obstacles and challenges are in the new start. More guidance for Aries, please, Spirit. Ah, yes. Do you know, that is extraordinary. When we were doing, I don't know which card it was, but when we were doing some of the cards over here, I'm just trying to remember which one it was. There was, I heard the words here and now, you know, concentrating on the moment. We've had the patience and planning card, and it may have been with this card where I said, you know, you've been stressing, or you're getting frustrated or fed up with, you know, trying to move things forward or for your life to go down a different path, but you need to concentrate on the here and now, making yourself feel better, and that'll lead to the fulfillment of wishes. I think it was along those lines. And I had a visual image of a card in my head, and it was the card from this deck, which is probably why they've asked me to use it. And this is the card that I was envisaging? Yes. I got halfway through the word and wondered then. This is the card of here and now. How extraordinary that they've shown me that. That's exactly the card I visualised when I was doing those other cards. In fact, oh, that's interesting. So, you know, again, yes, there are going to be obstacles. And what they're saying to us here, I'm going to put the mental conflict card back. And in fact, I'm going to cover it because we don't need it. You know, intuitively, you will know how to get through any obstacles or challenges which are coming your way. And this may be how you're feeling now. It may be how you're feeling in early July, Aries. But, you know, here we are. Spirit are saying to you, it's so important that you look after yourself in the here and now. And it is to get ready for this new start which is coming. And you're going to be so much better prepared for this new start, Aries, if you feel complete and fulfilled yourself. Okay? So here and now, here we go. And, you know, alongside that, you may feel that, you know, there's been hurdles. You may feel that things have, you know, in the past haven't worked out the way you want them to. But this is about something growing. It's a card of regeneration, and it's about something growing from the ashes. So if you felt a relationship was completely over, this could well indicate that you're going to see it starting to regrow in the month of July. This may signify you, Aries. It may be about you blossoming, you know, you beginning to grow again from feeling sort of almost like the war wounds of previous experiences you've had, you know. If you're in a relationship already, this card talks about, you know, if things have been going through a difficult phase, this is about you rebuilding. Okay, so, you know, as I say, if you're single, this is about you moving forward from a time where, you know, you've perhaps felt very alone. This is a time where things are beginning to, you know, you're feeling better about yourself and your life is beginning to rebuild. If you're separated, this could well be that something grows from a previous relationship. Or it could well be that if you choose not to be in your previous relationship, that you're rebuilding. As I say, these readings are so general that I try to cover the options from the different angles, because we're talking to so many people through these readings. Had it been a personal reading, I'd have had a better idea of exactly the meaning of this card for you. But as I say, you know, any of those meanings, you will know what resonates with you. And because they've given us the Crown Chakra card, they're saying to us, intuitively, you'll know. You'll know how to handle this situation, and you know what you've got to do, Aries. Right, this is turning into quite a long reading. I am going to pull some tarot because I did say I would, and then we'll finish off with some Romance Angels cards. But let's see what is going to happen for Aries, Spirit, please, regarding their love situation in the month of July. What's going to happen for Aries? What's going to happen for Aries regarding their love situation in the month ahead? Which one, please? This one. Yeah, you're going to be feeling a lot stronger about things, Aries. You know, so you're going to be moving on from any difficulties or anything that sort of presents itself as a little hurdle. And I don't get the feeling there's anything big for you at all that is difficult. You know, they're saying you know, you've got the strength to deal with anything in July. You know, you're a strong group of people, Aries, and you're going to find your way forward. What was the other card you wanted? Was it this one? Yeah, and again we have this Chariot representation. And I say representation, it's obviously the Chariot card, and this shows things moving forward at a fast pace. This shows you having choices, you know. So again, this is so important that you find out what you want yourself in a relationship by learning your lessons from the past. And it's interesting that it's come up. Didn't I say earlier, look, we have a Chariot in this picture? and they're showing you moving forward, but the person here is standing there looking very hesitant, not quite sure whether to get in the chariot or not in the chariot, not quite sure whether this person in there is going to accept their offer, you know. And here you are, there's still a look of uncertainty for you, so you may still be feeling a little uncertain. But that's going to change, because you are going to be preparing yourself for a new start, and it's going to have a really good outcome, as we know. So this is you moving towards your really good outcome in July. I will be doing more relationship readings during the month of July, to look at sort of twin flame soulmates, and I may have said that at the beginning, but I want to say it now, because very often when I do what I call a preparation read, and I never know that whether it's going to be a preparation read or just a very detailed read when I do it, but this is all about preparing you for a new start that you thought was going to be impossible, Aries, you know. So please make sure that you sort of click the notification bell when you subscribe, because we may well get more detail when I do the relationship reads during the month. So yeah, make sure when you're I'm going to take this with the Chariot card. Make sure when you're making your decisions about which way to move forward, Aries, make sure that you're making your own mind up. You know, there will be people around you, friends, family, who they feel they have your best interests at heart. And they'll be offering advice, they'll be offering opinion. But if you look at this person here in the middle, they just look really confused, you know, and only you know what meets your inner needs, you know. It's so important to follow your own intuition regarding relationships, because, you know, your family, with the best will in the world, I don't know why I've gone down this route really, but your family, you know, they want what's best for you on a particular level, but they all have their own opinions, and it's not their relationship. So make sure that when you're moving forward, Aries, that you're following your own intuition, and you have the strength to deal with this. You have the strength to move forward. Yeah, I mean, Spirit are saying to you, and I'm not going to labour this point again because I keep saying it, this new start that is coming is exciting. It feels quite a big new start to me. And they're saying instinctively, you know which area, you know, which way you're going, but you need to do this work now. And when I say work, it's about any healing you need to do for yourself. It's about just doing things that make you feel good, rebuilding your confidence, your self-esteem, because that will bring a sense of balance into your life, and therefore you'll be able to attract more balance within your relationships, whether you're already in one or whether you're looking for someone new. You know, it will enable you to meet someone that's on a similar emotional level of development. Okay, what else, please, Spirit? This is turning into a very long reading, Aries. Yeah, again, you may have a lot of choice, and this may be why, you know, you're confused in moving forward sort of quickly in a relationship. You know, here you are with lots of, this is Seven of Wands, we have lots of opportunities being presented to you. You may have several people who are interested in you. You know, if you're single, you know, even if you're in a separated position, it may be that you haven't been interested in relationships, but you've got people who keep approaching you. But you've got the one that you need. You have all you need, Aries, to get yourself to the position where whatever this situation was that seemed impossible, you have the strength and the inner knowing to actually move forward and find that happiness and get what is best for you. Okay, so strong messages here, Aries. But this new start, this impossible new start, I love that card. It's so exciting. We have, yeah, wow. Okay, so the last two cards they've given us. Thank you, Spirit. It feels like things have been, yeah, somewhat tricky for you. Aries, I say somewhat tricky. I laughed because somewhat tricky always seems so sort of such a light statement. But, you know, it may well be you feel like you're fed up, you're frustrated, you don't know which way to take things. You know, we had the card before of mental conflict, you know, so it may be that you've been just feeling frustrated with your relationships or lack of relationships, which whatever applies to you. And it may feel like, you know, you've been climbing uphill, making an uphill battle, and, you know, that's really, really difficult for you. You feel like you've been carrying everybody else's burdens, looking after everybody else. I mean, this person here is carrying all these broomsticks, but also carrying the cat up this very steep hill, you know? It's time to put down those burdens, Aries. Some of them, they've just said to me, I can't say, sometimes they say things very bluntly, so I do apologise, Aries, but they're saying to me, could be in their head. And that's very blunt, but what they're saying is, you know, some of these worries and concerns that you've had, you know, and I don't know they're necessarily worries, but these sort of frustrations is a better word that you've had about relationships. They're saying to you, they've just said again, if you just relax and again ask Spirit, ask the divine as you see it to help you with this, then they can help relieve these burdens. They can lift them from you. Okay, so, you know, time to put down those burdens. I'm going to hide that mental conflict card because it stresses me. And here you are, Aries, you know, month of July. You're going to start seeing things a lot more clearly. Aces are always new beginnings. And here you are, confidently standing with your sword aloft. Your cat is even looking up into the sky because suddenly you feel you can conquer the world. And actually, this is all about clear new beginnings, new opportunities. As they said, new start. Okay? So, yeah, you may feel it's impossible at the moment, Aries. You may think, yeah, well, okay, yeah, that was pleasant enough reading to listen to, but it's never going to happen. But ask for assistance and believe in the impossible. You know, it may be that there's baby steps taking place in July in terms of you moving this relationship forward. But you are going to be seeing things a lot more clearly, and you're going to feel a lot better about yourself because you'll have done nice things for you so that you can, you know, start anew with a different mindset, Aries. Okay, right, I'm going to be drawing this to a close because I'm sure it's ending up being an extremely long video and I didn't intend it to be, but I just literally pulled the cards that Spirit asked me to. So there was obviously a lot they wanted to say to you today, Aries. But let's finish off with 4 Romance Angels cards and then we'll draw this to a close. If you feel that it's resonated with you, please let me know. Let me know your comments. I'd love to hear from you. I like to, you know, interact with you all. So, and please give me a like if you enjoyed the reading. So, right, Spirit. Okay, we have the first one. Yeah, you see, Aries, again, you know, romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And this is why they're saying, you know, learn your lessons from the past, but, you know, explore what it is you want that's going to make your life really good. Because then when you're clear and you can ask Spirit for assistance in achieving it, the impossible suddenly becomes possible. Amazing. We have the flirt card. It says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So, you know, this is not a time to be, you know, stressing, worrying, feeling down. This is about you being vibrant. They've just said the word vibrant. This is a time for you to be vibrant, to be out there, to be, you know, yeah, just having fun, really. Aries. Let's see what else. Okay, we have deception. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This could be you in this context, Aries, because, you know, they're asking you to look at the inner you and to build your self-esteem again. So, you know, it may be that outwardly people think you're full of confidence, but inwardly, you know, you're not feeling it, you know. And, you know, that happens to all of us. But, so, you know, yes, it is the deception card, but this isn't about somebody not being honest with you. I don't feel that with this card. I just feel that maybe it's about being honest with yourself about where you're at and then building yourself up, which is what Spirit have been asking you to do during the month of July. One more, please. Trust. Yeah, we have the card of trust, and it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Yeah, which again fits beautifully with this card because they're saying believe in the impossible. You know, have faith that Spirit are there to help you, ask for their assistance, and they will help you make changes in your romantic life. Okay, Aries, as I said, please let me know what resonates with you. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm going to leave it there because I think this is a mega long reading. There will be more love readings, as I said, during the month of July. So look out for those. And also, if you want to look at your work and career reading, then please do so. By subscribing and clicking the notification bell. I'm going to do my absolute best to get them all out before July the 1st. So I'm going to have a busy few days. So, yeah, it's been great reading for you. And all that's left is to wish you a very happy July. And Aries, you know, believe the best for yourself and the best will come. Okay? Take care.